In this video, we'll look at how to know which therapy is best for you. And so I want to help you understand your needs for therapy at this point in time, understand the different types of therapy and what problems they're best for, and to help you think about your personal preferences, like what qualities do you want in a therapist, and what are the pros and cons of in-person and online sessions, so you can start to plan your route forward. So let's look at understanding your needs for therapy. It's helpful to think about why now. What's prompted you to seek therapy at this time? Why is it important to get help? Understanding your motivations for therapy and making change is a helpful first step. Secondly, it's important to think about what you're hoping for. What do you want to improve? By exploring these questions, you and your therapist can design a roadmap to help you reach your goals. Maybe you're grappling with specific issues like anxiety, OCD, depression, stress, or low self-esteem. Therapies such as Cognitive Behaviour Therapy, or CBT, acceptance and commitment therapy, and compassion-focused therapy can really change your life. And if you suffer from nightmares and feel easily startled or frightened to go outside, you may be suffering from psychological trauma. Rising to anger quickly or struggling with guilt and shame are also possible indicators of post-traumatic stress. And in these circumstances, we often recommend EMDR, which is a slightly unusual yet highly effective treatment for letting go of upsetting memories. We offer couples counselling for relationship problems and family therapy for parents and children. And our autism intervention service can support you with helpful coping skills to improve your mental health, well-being, and communication. No matter why you're considering therapy, the key thing is that it feels right for you. After all, this process involves delving into some of life's biggest questions about who you are and how you want to live your life. So let's talk about some different types of therapy. Not all therapies are the same. Let me tell you what they mean so you can understand your options. Psychotherapy, or talk therapy, is an umbrella term for therapies involving conversations with a trained professional. It helps people understand their feelings and how they affect their behavior. Ultimately, it exists to help you change patterns in your habits to improve your mental health and relationships. Cognitive behavioral therapy. In traditional cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, you learn to spot thought patterns, assess their helpfulness or accuracy, and construct new ones based on the evidence and what's more helpful. You learn to test your assumptions through experimentation, build up pleasurable activity, and confront your fears through carefully designed exposure and response prevention exercises. Acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT. Acceptance and commitment therapy helps you to build psychological flexibility. People with higher psychological flexibility have better mental health, well-being, and relationships. And you can build it by learning to be mindful of the present moment, open and accepting of your emotions, and committed to leading a life you want. Now let's talk about EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Well, the National Institute for Healthcare and Excellence, NICE, supports using this treatment in treating post-traumatic stress. And this therapy focuses on making you feel safe, teaching you settling or unstabilizing methods, and confronting your memories. And usually you don't need to tell your therapist about your memories, but you do need to recall them. Disturbing and traumatic memories can get stuck in the wrong part of your memory storage, and EMDR unpacks it so you can file it away like other memories. Okay, compassion-focused therapy, or CFT. CFT teaches you to let go of self-criticism, treat yourself kindly and sensitively, and act with courage. Just like CBT and ACT, CFT is effective for improving your mental health. Okay, so what else should you consider when choosing a therapy? Choosing the right therapy isn't always straightforward. Now that I've told you about some different therapies and how to explore your needs, let's consider some other helpful factors like personal preferences. You might be more comfortable with certain types of therapies because they align better with your personality or beliefs. Do you like to challenge your thinking? Well, then CBT will probably be helpful. Would you prefer to recognize and learn from your emotions while finding more purpose and meaning? Then, in that case, I would recommend acceptance and commitment therapy. And if you tend to be very harsh with yourself, expecting perfection and trying to do everything yourself, I'd recommend compassion-focused therapy. And if you're suffering from nightmares and a fear of being hurt, I'd recommend EMDR. And if you want to work through conflicts and communication difficulties with your partner, then I would, of course, recommend couples counselling. How about thinking about the person as well as the type of therapy? Firstly, what qualities are essential for you in a therapist? Would you prefer someone direct and challenging? Or would you like someone empathic and supportive? You can have both, of course, it's not one or the other. It's hard to get a feel for a person before you meet them, so we'd be happy to set up a call so you can have a brief chat. However, it's helpful to consider the personal qualities and style that you want in a therapist first. Is their gender or age important to you? Do you want someone from a similar ethnic, religious, or cultural background? What about any other aspects of their identity? Our list of therapists on our website provides detailed profiles so you can get an idea about their style before meeting them. What about practical matters? Well, last but not least, because these also play an important part in your decision, such as, location, if opting for face-to-face, or cost per session, or whether they're registered with professional bodies like the BACP. Are you looking for in-person or online? What day or time can you do? We have many different therapists to choose from, and we'll do our best to match you with someone you want at the most convenient time. Now let's look at online versus in-person therapy. Of course, online therapy offers convenience, accessibility, and flexibility. You can have sessions from the comfort of your own home at a time that works for you. And this is particularly useful for those with busy schedules or mobility issues. Online therapy is just as effective as face-to-face. In contrast, in-person therapy allows for richer communication. Things like subtle body language cues aren't lost over video calls. And some people also find they prefer the routine of going to a physical location each week because it helps them mentally prepare for their session. Okay, so to summarize, online offers convenience and ease of access anywhere with an internet connection, and in-person allows for deeper non-verbal communication during sessions and gives you a place to escape from home life. Well, hopefully that gives you a much better understanding of the type of therapy that's going to be best for you. So start with what you want or need. Why are you looking for therapy right now? What are you hoping to gain? And then choose one of our evidence-based therapies like CBT, ACT, CFT, EMDR, couples counselling, family therapy, or autism interventions. Think about your personal preference for in-person or online sessions and identify any personal qualities important in a therapist. Give us a call or complete our contact form to book a consultation or speak to a therapist. And if you have any other questions about deciding on the best therapy for you, please get in touch.